everyone, it's Smooth Brain here, and today I've got a beauty battle for you! And this is two old-time favorites of mine. We have first Natasha Denona's Love Palette. Woo, woo, woo. And we have, I believe this is number 11, Pat McGrath's Labs Mothership 11 Sunlit Seduction. Woo, woo, woo. So, first, before I begin, I want to show you everything else I have on my face. I have the Urban Decay Face Bond in number 5 as my foundation. I also used a little bit of this the stick side of the concealer in, I don't know what number it is. It's very light. I used the Milk Makeup Blush, and it's called Bionic Blush in the shade Don't Know, but it's like a pinky orange color. And then I used Anastasia of Beverly Hills highlighter in Glow Seeker Ethereal. Nope. From the Shrek collection, I used this ColourPop lip gloss called Noble Steed. It's supposed to have a flavor too, but I don't taste a flavor in this one. But it's got donkey on it, so that makes everything better. Okay, so first let's look at the Natasha Denona palette I'm going to be using. This, like I said, is the Love palette. It came out several years ago now, from the holiday, not the holiday collection, the Valentine's collection. And it's got a lot of pinks and reds and things like that. Now, the Mothership palette that we have has a lot of pinks and reds as well. It's got pinks, reds, and a few other colors in there. So let's see if we can do a side-by-side comparison with similar colors. So we start with the Natasha Denona palette, and then we'll match things to the Mothership palette from Pat McGrath. I'm going to start with this color called Soul, and that one is this like pink here. It's like a dusty pink. And it's going to be a little bit darker than the one so we'll remember my right eye is Natasha, and my left eye is going to be Pat. Pat and Natasha, who will win the battle? I mean, okay, that goes on very pigmented and blends out really nice. So from the Mothership palette, I'm going to go into this second shade here. I don't know if these have names or not, but this second shade here is probably closest. This dusty pink. It's pretty close, even though it's, I have to say it's much more pigmented than the Natasha Denona. But I do know you can also build up the Natasha Denona colors. So let's just keep blending that out. And I'm going to even the Natasha one out over here, since that went on so pigmented. Well, I do think that Natasha Denona has like a little bit of patchiness to it. Now, I know she has several different formulas, and I'm no expert on the formulas. And is it super patchy? No. I'm trying to keep my brushes separate so that one is for one and one is for the other. Now, let's deepen up with this color. I think the closest colors we'll get are this Heartbeat and the brown color. So we'll do Heartbeat on one side, which is this color right here. And I'm using a flat brush. to just plop that color all over there. It's very reddy brown. That's pretty. And it kind of seamlessly goes into the other color. So I will say that. I think I'm going to just mix just a teeny bit of Commitment in there just to brown it up a little bit more. Oh, it's so pigmented though. Okay, and on the other side, I'm going to use this brown color from Pat. And we'll just use the other side of the flat brush. So this corner color. And let's see how that looks. Oh, I like this. Now that is on my bad, this is my bad eye, by the way. I have like so many wrinkles on this eye that it always seems to come out patchy. It's me, not the color. But that's pretty. Just gonna put a little bit more on there. Just to make sure I have it all the way to the bottom of my lid. Okay, and then we're going to blend, 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 blend. I mean, it is a little patchy on the Natasha side. Now, I will tell you that both of these palettes are pretty pricey. The Mothership palette, which I happened to get in a FabFitFun box of all things, will run you $129. And it has 10 colors, and the pans are bigger. They're made in Italy, and they are pressed, like baked into the pan. The Natasha Denona, the last I checked, they were running $69, and they have 15 colors, but the pans are very small compared to the other one. So let's see. Yeah, these are pretty close. So I have 4 shimmers I'm going to play with. So from the Natasha Denona, I'm going to put this purpley color right here. It's called Pure Love. Pure love, baby. It's your pure love. And that's pretty. It has like a purple to blue reflect. And we'll use the color Giving on the inner part. Yeah, that's pretty. Are these the most sparkly shades I've ever seen? They're pretty sparkly. Not gonna lie there. I do think they're quite sparkly. They're very toppery though as well. Okay, and then for Pat, let me clean off my fingies so as not to contaminate everything. We're going to use this pink here and this purple here. So first the purple. And this one is more straight purple. It doesn't have that blue flip or dark purple flip. It's very sparkly though. And then we're going to use the pink one on the inner corner. That's very close to the Natasha. I want to say I think the Pat is more sparkly. But I do like that flip on the Natasha. So let's see, what else can we do here? I think I'm going to use 2 more sparkles. And I'm going to take this dark reddish color here and put that under my eye on the And I'm not using anything. I'm not making it stick or anything. It's pretty. I think if you really want it to be amped up though, you probably do need to spray your brush, so let's try that. So far it looks pretty good. Let's actually zoom in so you guys can see it a little better. And zoom in even more. Okay, so yeah. Let's try that a little bit more. I'm just gonna really wing this out on the lower. That's pretty. And then for my Natasha Denona one, there's a color called Passion, and that's this one right here. Let's try that out. We'll do the same thing. Now I have to say that Passion color went on like so smooth. And now what I'm going to do is just blend, blend, blend. I'm going to put this sparkly one here. And then I'm going to put this sparkly one, Lifetime, here. That's a little gold. And then for both of them, I'm actually just going to use this Bone Pink shade for the inner corner. Because there's nothing that really matches that in the Pat McGrath palette. It's called First. So, let's blend a little bit more. I don't know which one I like better. It's so hard to choose. You guys are going to have to help me and let me know what you like better. I really think that the Pat McGrath is more pigmented, but at the same time, I really didn't have a hard time with the Natasha. And the Natasha looks more seamless to me, but the Pat looks more sparkly to me. So do with that what you might. I am going to declare this my first tie. Actually, I'm going to edge Natasha just slightly ahead because of the price difference. If you can get a Pat McGrath palette on sale or in a FabFit box, that was really satisfying. Do it because they are really high quality, very good. And I'm going to do another Natasha Denona battle soon with the Natasha Denona, Bridgerton collection versus the NYX Bridgerton collection, which I have on order. I will say this Love palette is really special. I love the colors in it. I think this Pure Love color that has like the light purple reflect on top of the darker purple is gorgeous. And even though it looked patchy at first, they blend into each other so nicely. I would highly recommend Pat McGrath as well. Her colors stories are usually very pink, so even if you are spending that large amount, $129, I don't think you need to buy all the palettes. A lot of them have very similar color stories, so just make sure you're not like buying them unless you really want to collect them or something silly like that, like me. But you know, it's very sparkly, very pigmented. I would say it's probably not as user-friendly as Natasha Denona, but it's not hard to use either. It's just very, very pigmented. So, the winner is, just by a slight margin, Natasha Denona, but Pat McGrath is gorgeous too. So remember, don't be happy, be sad. No, don't be sad. Be happy. And I will talk to you soon. Leave a like and subscribe. Bye!